to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, and producer and co-host Nick Earnshaw, right here on 97.3 ESPN. Good morning, Mr. Klemic.
Hey, guys.
Clement M.
He's still finishing his food over there.
Caffeinated,
pumpkin spice activated, ready to go. Yeah.
And then, of course, over there is that Nicky Earnshaw.
What's going on, Billy? Clement M. Nice to see you guys on this beautiful morning.
Hey, by the way, we're streaming live on the X platform. You're a little blurry on my computer there, Nick.
It's all right.
I don't know.
It's the Wi-Fi.
We can't have you because we don't want you blurry because we're also on my YouTube channel today. You got to check us out. Clement M. brought us a very special gift, and I love it. It's a shirt, a new shirt, and a 97.3 ESPN locker room shirt with the ESPN logo on the front. But explain what's on the back, Dave.
So on the back we have
and I'll turn around so people can see it.
Bobbleheads of all of the characters of the locker room. That goes for
Billy. We can only see the chair.
There you go. For those who are listening, and you're trying to watch that. So we have everybody that does this show, everybody involved is a character, and it really is
funny.
It's funny.
Yeah.
But
maybe I should make magnets of that and give them out to people. That is pretty fun.
What I will do is during the next commercial break, I will tweet out a picture of what the shirts look like with us in the shirts, so everyone can see on Facebook,
Instagram last night, and I got a lot of people hit me. Like, yo, let me order one.
Because people have been asking me. Excuse me, I ran out of my locker room shirts. I have gray, white, black, and the Kelly green we made last year. Get a lot of requests for shirts, so I got an order in. We got those shirts coming as well, but these are phenomenal.
Locker room merch.
These are absolutely.
We started when we got that picture done.
Dude, that was so funny.
The best is Nick Earnshaw's picture because he's like got his
he's
got his arms back like this, and he's got the biggest head besides Billy.
It's crazy because I have a small head, but you blew it up.
You know why did you make your head? You're so small. I mean, you're small. Bob, my brother, you gave my brother way too much cred.
I didn't do anything.
He should have been a little footnote at the side.
I gave the artwork to Josh Holsop.
Your buddy.
He did it.
Hey guys, I'm out of my summer rental. I had to actually drive down today from Collingswood, which I do, during the school year. And what really aggravates me is, I don't know what it is with Pennsylvania drivers in the left lane, right, Nick? On the expressway.
Oh my goodness!
Like the left lane is supposed to be for passing.
Yeah, they don't know what to do.
They don't know what is it. Something maybe they're not taught. I don't know.
I don't know what goes on in the left lane.
What goes on in Pennsylvania?
You drive up to. Don't you just look at them?
Oh, I give them a stare down.
Person, and it's got to be an old person. Right?
I give them a stare down.
It's not old people. It's
all ages.
My brother's a good driver. He's obviously from New Jersey, but he's guilty of driving in the left lane. But he goes fast in the left lane.
That's sweet. Yeah.
But you're supposed to pass in the left and stay if you're going to go slower traffic to the right.
There's a guy driving in the left lane, and I'm like, I got to see why they're going 60 miles per hour over here, right? I see him I think I'm reading like a map. So I pull up next to him, reading the newspaper
while he's driving.
And I heard this George Carlin joke he talks about that, and I'm like, no, there's guys reading the newspapers while they're driving from Pennsylvania.
And we're going to talk about driving because today we start off the show with a heavy heart, a very, 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 very heavy heart.
Yep.
Because I knew Guy Gaudreau, Johnny Gaudreau's father. My brother Bobby knew him really well. Tom McMenamin knew him from Woodbury Nissan days. I used to play hockey against Johnny Gaudreau. And great guy. But this tragic death of his sons is overwhelming. And we send out our prayers and our condolences to the Gaudreau family. Nick, I spoke with Hunter Brody, and I also spoke with Johnny DiMaria from Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures, because Johnny DiMaria's son, Derek, and Hunter Brody were very good friends with Johnny Gaudreau.
Yeah.
And I spoke with both of those guys. I actually texted with Hunter, but spoke to Johnny DiMaria, and overwhelmed. Just overwhelmed.
I got an opportunity to talk with him for about an hour when I just kept staring at him. Like, here's the Hobie Baker Award.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the Heisman Trophy of hockey. And I'm like, he's 5'7", and I'm like, he's probably the greatest. He's got to be the greatest player ever from South Jersey.
Listen,
ever.
I interviewed him. I thought he was my size. I thought he was 5'8".
Maybe he's 5'8".
Yeah, he was a little bit taller than me, but not much.
No, not by much. But I yesterday when I saw that news, I was just shocked. I mean,
Nikki
like
texted me. I got Patrick Holloway from The Point was the first person to text me at like 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:45, and I had the cobwebs going, and I woke up. I'm like, I mean, I didn't know whether not that he would send me something. I just went, holy, you know what? And then I looked. Then my phone just started blowing up.
Yep.
Just an unspeakable tragedy.
Condolences to their entire family and everybody who knew those guys. Unfortunately,
I lost my very good friend Lou. Lost his wife. These losses are so just overwhelming. The grief that you see and that they have to deal with. I don't know if I could do it.
So as a hockey player, maybe one of the best. Not just hockey player, one of the best athletes ever to come out of South Jersey, ever, bar none. It's amazing.
And by the way, guys, I got hit. This summer I got hit by a car. I'm lucky to be here.
Yeah,
I went flying. You saw my bruises. I showed you guys. I got hit by a pizza delivery driver.
Yeah, he did pull his pants down here.
He did.
No, but I walked away from it and a matter of fact, I'm wearing the same pants that I had on that night that I got hit. That day I got hit. In broad daylight.
Yeah,
I went flying.
You just got to be careful out there. There's people driving just don't know how to drive. Apparently, it's so sad.
I'm concerned that it's going to be that when all the stuff comes out that he was driving an electric bike, which that's what everybody has, and you think Johnny Gaudreau's not driving a normal bike. He's probably got an electric one. Maybe it was going fast.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
But he was. The car hit him from behind.
Yeah,
the guy tried to pass on the right side.
Yeah.
There was cars in front of this guy, and the cars saw the bicyclers. So if you know the roads in Salem, they're narrow. They're one.
Yeah, I looked at where it happened.
Right.
Yeah.
So the cars that were in front had moved over to the center of the lane so that the bikers have some room. This knucklehead passes on the right and didn't see him.
Yep. And he had a couple adult beverages in him too. So when that happens, it's just so unfortunate.
And
don't go out if you're out there having a few adult beverages. Just don't get in the front seat of a car. Just don't do it.
All right, so we send out our condolences. It's just a tough loss for the family, the NHL community, and sports in general when you lose people like that. All right, I'm out of my summer rental, and it's football season. And we got a lot to talk about, Mr. Dave Klemic, but we're going to have a very special guest on because when I read his bio, you hooked it up as a great get. For him to play he played for Villanova, Jaaron Hayek, and I think it's a great get, but he's got a story to tell.
Great story. And I mean, when he told me, because I have a lot, I've been in that locker room. Some of the same people are in that staff still. Alan Wright, our equipment coordinator, he actually is like so many people are famous in the Kansas City Chiefs locker room that when your equipment manager is famous, you're pretty famous. Right. When your tight end is dating the most famous girl in the world, you know what I mean? And
well, we can ask him about that too.
Exactly.
So Jaaron Hayek is a wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's on the IR. They bought him out of his contract.
Right.
But he can go back.
Right.
Will he be on the practice squad basically? Or not?
Possibly. So he can sign when you go in, when you're released, like with a settlement like that he can go back. I think the Chiefs have right of first refusal.
Right.
But he will go back right after that. But he had an AC sprain in the shoulder. You guys are going to like this kid a lot.
And then this is our next guest is really, I can't wait to talk to her. Kristen Moorby.
Yes.
Who's on the Cape May Point Beach Patrol. She's the director of the Women's Lifeguard Challenge in Cape May, but she also works for NBC Sports, and she's been down in Brazil for a week. They sent her to Brazil about a month ago to be the first crew on the ground. They sent her with a security detail because supposedly Brazil isn't too safe.
Oh, wait till you hear the Negadelphians' take on going to Brazil. You guys are going to really enjoy this.
We're going to need to hear from him. And then also we will have Mr. Negadelphia himself, P.J. Corda, on at 11:30, brought to you by Galloway Pool Service. And Mr. Negadelphia, he's already let me in on a little bit what he's going to talk about, and it's funny.
I'll tell you what, I think PJ's rubbing off on Billy because Billy came in all negative this morning about the Phillies, the Eagles, everything. Right. I was like, what is he rubbing off on you?
I'm gonna say maybe Mr. Negadelphia is rubbing off, but I'm a big fan and I'm gonna support my teams. But but Nick, you can't pee on my head and tell me it's raining. And you're over there trying to tell Mike Gill that this Philadelphia Phillies team is going to the World Series.
You're damn right.
Not the way they've been playing lately. And although last night's game was so bad, I don't know how many guys they left on base, but they did not look good last night.
Yeah, but they looked great the night before.
They looked great the night
won
before,
4 in a row.
but they were down 4-0
and came back.
And it wasn't until but that same problem exists. The only way this team wins is when they hit home runs. They don't manufacture runs, Nick.
Listen, this is a team with one of the best records in baseball. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they're one of the best teams in baseball. I know they've been struggling.
Well,
lately.
then change my mind today.
I will.
Today's show.
I will.
You know I'm a fair guy, and I want to believe in the Phillies. Our boy J-Dog over there, he's got the maroon Philly hat going. All right? He's learning how to work the board. He's going to be part of the show. Maybe he'll get his bobblehead on there one day.
He's got to earn his stripes.
He's got to earn his stripes. So he can't just get no. He doesn't get it on right away. He's got to earn his stripes.
I'm 3 years in right now, and I just got my head on the
So we got a great show lined up today. We only got 2 hours to get it in. So let's get in that 3-point stance and get it going there, Dave Klemic.
I love that.
Right? We don't have Blitz's orange juice today because I didn't go that way.
By the way, it was great meeting everyone at Blitz's.
Yeah, they were
last weekend.
They
awesome.
really enjoyed meeting you, Nick. They said, boy, he's a lot younger than what he sounds on the radio.
Can I say something about Billy and his sponsors? I tell you, he really does get involved with the sponsors.
Yeah.
If you are interested, he will be there and support you
100%
with all of our following, and he supports the heck out of you.
When I need my electrical done, I go to Tom Jackson. Hey, I mean, they get it done. No job too big, no job too small. Call Tom Jackson Electrical Service. They do it all.
Orange juice from Blitz's.
Randazzo's Pizza. I mean, we went in there the other day with Joe Pop.
Yeah, we saw Joe Pop the other day. That was a good time.
Nick talked me into breaking my diet. I had 80 cheesesteak wrap with the ghost peppers he put in there.
But like it's fun to sponsor you because here's if I sponsor a program like a Mainland thing, they're gonna send me a thank you letter. That's it. That'd be like, imagine a Mainland soccer team came out and hung out with me and goes, thanks for sponsoring. You're the best. And come and hang out.
Mark Grimes, my agent at the beach. I talk to Grimesy all the time. So I took a picture, and I'll show it on the other side of, they have the realtors have their signs hanging out with the name. Mm-hmm. I passed like 12 signs of says Mark Grimes hanging off the thing.
Grimesy's face.
All over a billboard. Joe Lenigan. I mean, surety title. Tom's River Volkswagen. I saw Tom and Charlie's the other night.
Yeah. It's fun just being that you're involved with those people. Great for you.
Let's go. First hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing of the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call at 609-399-1227. He's in Ocean City. By the way, I got a big announcement on the other side when we get back. It's a big one. I want to tell you about McCann Realtors. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John McCann and Associates at 609-263-7422. Whether commercial or residential properties, for real estate, tax, or financial planning, divorce, or financing and more, the professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Call them right now, 609-263-7422. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN.
This morning on ESPN Radio, college football is finally back.
Nobody's going to catch Dingle Singleton. 87 yards to the house.
8th-ranked Penn State storms into Morgantown to go head-to-head with the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Yeah, that's how I get by.
8th-ranked Penn State at West Virginia. Kickoff at noon Eastern.
It's College Football Saturday on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at noon.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
With Labor Day savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,500 off select appliances from top brands like LG, America's most reliable line of appliances, like the LG Smart Top Load Washer with easy unload angled front, so you can reach every last sock. Right now, get up to $1,500 off select appliances in-store and online with Labor Day savings at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing valid August 22nd through September 11th. U.S. only. See store online for details. America's most reliable line of appliances per independent study.
Go for the endless ocean views and the non-stop entertainment. Go for the lucky whirls and the late night twirls. Go for the gourmet eats and the next level sweets. Go to celebrate. Go to rejuvenate. Go for an escape that's anything but ordinary. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on free ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live. Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, and producer Nicky Earnshaw. Now, I got a big announcement, Mr. Klemic. His mic's not on. We're training Jason here, and before he gets a bobblehead, he's got to get up to speed.
Am I on now?
You're on. You're on.
Check. All right. We got a big announcement to make.
Yeah. What is
All
this?
right. 7 dates. The Locker Room with Billy Schwein will be broadcasting live at our Eagles pregame show at La Scala's Beach House. And we are so excited. The dates are going to be the September 22nd against New Orleans, September 29th. All right. All the 1 o'clock games, October 20th, December 8th, December 15th, and the the Dallas Cowboys on November 10th. So 7 dates. We'll be at La Scala's broadcasting live. I can't wait.
Unbelievable spot to watch a game, but also they import these palm trees,
I know.
right? And
We
you
were there.
feel
We
like
were there.
you're in Miami.
We saw Chris and Ryan. We got to see. We met with the staff there. We not only just were there, we hung out. Me, Josh, and Nick Earnshaw. We had a good time, right? Nick?
Yeah, had a margarita pizza. That was fantastic.
I had the meatball
wings.
trio.
Oh, it was great.
And I had shrimp.
Yeah.
And we had a couple adult beverages, and we
Good
hung
time.
outside by the band.
There you go.
It was a great time. I can't wait. Seven games, right?
Yeah,
Total games.
7 days. So
That's
we're
gonna be
all
awesome.
set for the Eagles pregame. We want to. By the way, we're going to be giving away shirts there. We're going to have other giveaways from Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures that I'm not going to divulge at this time. And there's going to be maybe one or two former Eagles that'll be with us.
How about that?
I'm not gonna divulge that information until I have it confirmed.
That's called a tease.
That's a tease. Now, Dave, you did something very interesting. Tell us about the Klemic performance method. What were you doing?
Oh, so we have an opportunity to go lecture down at the Naval Academy at the athletic department, which was, just to get a clearance to go in the door and talk to the guys in the classroom.
Right.
It's actually, we're in a planetarium. It was neat because they want a competitive edge somehow.
Sure.
Right? And this is the United States government. So they're not just athletes. They're also midshipmen. They're also people that
future
are
of
Marine
America.
infantry.
Right,
Right.
right.
So when they want me to answer questions, they weren't like asking me. They were
Right.
like, you're going to come down here and answer
You're going to
that,
explain it to us.
or we're going to subpoena you to come down and do so. So either way, you come down and get paid, or you come down here.
Well,
and,
during the Army Navy game, we do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We have Mike Curran on, former Ocean City Beach Patrol lifeguard, but also graduated from Annapolis. And we know he played football for Annapolis. He was a midshipman that played football there. And also Chad Jenkins from Army. We have him on. My nephew, Matthew, graduated from West Point. So did my brother-in-law. And those people are very special people. It gives you kind of hope in our youth.
I did. I got to meet almost the entire sprint football team, which was really cool. That's the team that's 178 pounds or under. And I got to meet all those guys. They gave me a football.
Nice.
A lot of those guys were following my the workout regimens that we put on Instagram.
Right.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know that they were following.
Oh,
So when
get
they
out.
invited me down, they were like, get that guy to come down here.
That is awesome.
From the Instagram
That
post.
is awesome, Dave.
So when I got there in their weight room, they had all these things from Klemic Performance Method. I'm like,
wow.
you guys been
That is
following
really,
this whole
really
time?
cool.
They're like, yeah. So I was like, I got a standing ovation when I walked in the door. I
You always
posted
get
that
a
on-
standing ovation when you walk in here.
No, I haven't got a standing ovation from my own college or my own high school. So, you know what I mean?
Speaking
This
of
is
high
really
school,
nice.
the mainland played Atlantic City the other day.
Big win
at the,
against Atlantic City.
Yeah, and my boy DiBiase got the
Yeah,
MVP.
your favorite name.
My
Ah.
favorite name, DiBiase.
Yeah.
Mainland.
So
I like their unis, man.
They were a little rusty looking, but they ended
won.
up pulling it out.
They won.
Battle at the beach. And by the way, so I got a phone call from our good friend John Coyle from All Campus on the Boardwalk. He was at Josie Kelly's the other night. Bill Belichick was there.
How about
He was
that?
at the game. He was
Yeah.
at the.
I didn't see him. He wasn't at the mainland.
I think he's doing some consulting for IMG.
Oh, is that what it
because
is?
Gotcha.
He's been following them around a little bit. He also has a 24-year-old girlfriend. She just graduated from high school.
So John slipped him
What's up
our
with that?
number. Hopefully the coach, if he's out there listening, will give us a call. How about that?
I just think there's hope for Billy right now. So Billy, start opening that Tinder radius.
Well,
out to,
he
like,
did.
you
He's
know-
on.
Nah, I know that. I get it.
You're on the dating apps now, Billy. We got him on there.
Yeah, I'm not getting any hits. Trust me.
You were getting hits the day I was on the beach with you.
Yeah,
But
You were
what's-
getting matches. You were going crazy.
Belichick,
some of the hits.
Belichick's 70-something years old, and he's dating a 24-year-old.
Let's turn our attention to the Philadelphia Phillies while we have the opportunity, because at the bottom of the hour, we're going to talk with Jaaron Hayek from the Kansas City Chiefs and talk a little football with him. But before we get into it, I do want to touch on the Phillies. Nick, it was a hard game to watch last night.
It's a tough one.
And Ranger Suarez goes 4 innings. Is there anything wrong with him? He looked like they were talking to him. He only threw 78 pitches, 51 for strikes. So he had his first 3 innings. He pitched well. And then what happened?
Yeah, I mean, just, bad start last night from Ranger Suarez. Remember, he's coming back off the injury. His previous start, he looked really good. This one took a little bit of a step back. Braves are still a good team.
So you're still, after last night's performance, you're still like gung-ho that this team's going to the World Series,
Yes,
huh?
look at the date. What's today's date? August 31st?
August 31st.
All right, there's plenty of time.
Dave, I hit the panic button 3 weeks ago.
I've always been hovering. I was hovering, and now my hand's coming up above
Mike
the
Gill,
button.
his team's a shoe-in for the World Series.
Yeah, I think they're going to win the World Series. I really do. I believe in this team. I might be the only one in this area that believes in them just because they're going through a tough stretch here. I think they're a really talented team, and they're good enough.
Look, when you look at this lineup, Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Castellanos, Stott, JT Realmuto, Alec Boehm, they're a great team.
Yes.
Why are we on? So I feel like I'm on the Gale Force at Playland.
Well, one of the things that I've noticed about the Phillies, and I'm almost like an outsider, like looking in, there's every player has been the star for at least for a period of time. They're like, this is the guy, right? He's hot.
Right,
he's hot.
right.
So when they're all together hot, they're really
They're unstoppable.
Good. But there's usually somebody on that roster that's really outstanding. And
the best team in the National League is the Dodgers, okay? At 81 and 54, they're winning at a 600 clip. Phillies and the Brewers are next. They're tied at 79-56. And, of course, the Braves are right on our tail, Nick Earnshaw. 5 games behind. Now, tonight's a big game. Today's a big game.
It is a big game. You want to take 3 or 4 from the Braves. If you split, it's okay, but they're right there. You can't count the Braves out just yet. There's still a lot of time left, but I'm very high on the Phillies. I know everyone's down and somber about this team, but I'm in on them.
I just don't feel.
Did you see
good.
what happened the other? Did you see what happened the other night? They were down 4-0 against the Braves, and they came back. This team has fight.
But that's Nick. I agree with that. But my point is, if this team isn't hitting home runs, they're not winning.
Okay,
I need them to manufacture runs.
That's not baseball in today's game. That's just not how it's done anymore.
I hate that when people tell me.
I'm not disagreeing with
football. Like, you don't play hard you don't play in the preseason. I don't like when they say not today in today's game.
No, I'm with you. I love the old school mentality, small ball, manufacture runs. I love playing the game that way, but that's just not how it is today. It's very analytical. It's by the numbers, and it's hitting home runs. That's just how it is. And the Phillies have won 79 games doing that. Just saying.
You're just saying.
I don't like. I think that when you start bringing up like numbers and analytics and stuff, that
I don't love it either.
An old school person, there's somewhere in the middle. Like I watched. There was a movie I watched last night, The Twisters.
I saw the new one.
You see that? So one's all analytics and one's just old school, like using your instincts.
Right.
And then when they combined them, there was the answer.
There's the answer.
There's the magic.
Yeah.
It's just very frustrating. I sent a tweet out to or on the X platform to Nick Earnshaw. He was like, and I put a picture of a roller coaster going like this, and it was the graphics were cool because you saw their hair going back, they were going up and down, and it was just like this. It's so appropriate. That's what this team is. It's a roller coaster, and they got to stay hot for a consistent period of time. I don't know if they're able to do that.
I think they'll be fine. I think they're going to be okay. People think they're running out of gas. I understand why you would think that.
They look like last year's Eagles team.
Here we go. Just because we have a bad taste in our mouth because of the Eagles last year doesn't mean it's going to happen to the Phillies. There's still a lot of baseball left. They have 79 wins. They have the second best record in baseball. They're going to be okay. And if the pitching comes around, they're in the bullpen.
Do you know where you know where the Eagles finished? Where their rank was total defense last year?
What was it?
Do you have any idea?
I think it was 28.
Towards the bottom, it was probably dead last.
26.
Ooh, close.
Could stop anybody. You know where their offense ranked? Total offense?
15.
8, which isn't too bad. But they couldn't stop
worse.
anybody. They could pick up the blitz.
No.
Oh, so what's this whole nonsense about Jalen Hurts? Is he complaining that Jason Kelsey?
We're gonna get into that too. Trust me.
Oh, yeah, I know. We'll get into those calls.
That's why he could pick up the blitz because Jason Kelsey was.
So he would throw the blame at him,
right?
That's not Christian. Like.
All right. On the other side, we're talking with Jaaron Hayek. I can't wait.
Jaaron
Hayek. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 to give the Ocean City office a call. Chris Mooney at 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about Las Scalas. We're going to be there for 7 dates for our Eagles pregame show. You want to get down there on Sundays. But Las Scalas Beach House opened last summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at Las Scalas. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LasScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This weekend on ESPN Radio, it's a critical showdown in the NL East.
It is gone into the third row. A solo shot for Harper.
Bryce Harper, Marcell Ozuna and the Atlanta Braves.
Towards center field, way back there, on its way, and gone. Marcell Ozuna will touch them all.
The Braves at the Phillies. Coverage begins today at 6:30 Eastern, and tomorrow at...
It's Phillies baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hi, I'm Steve Coates. When I dine out, I go to La Barca Restaurant, located at 301 Summers Point, Longport Boulevard, Longport, New Jersey. Set in the Seaview Marina with panoramic views of the open bay and marina, La Barca offers a wide range of dining options from fresh seafood, gnocchi menu, Italian, steak, chicken, and inspired entrees. When I have company at the shore, we go to La Barca for great food, impeccable service, and amazing views. Call La Barca now for reservations, 609-541-4007. Maybe I'll see you there.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Men and Philly Men magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hi. My daughter invited her entire class to her birthday party. Can my Wi-Fi handle it?
Oh, well, at Xfinity, our latest gateways have tri-band Wi-Fi technology, letting you connect hundreds of devices at once.
No way. So if all the kids are watching stuff on their phones, while their parents are sharing videos online.
Yep, go ahead and watch videos. They can all do their thing and party their way. No problem.
Oh, we are going to need a bigger cake.
Now through September 12th, get fast, reliable, 300 megabit Xfinity internet for $30 a month for 12 months with no annual contract and unlimited data included. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Xfinity, bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless plan and auto-pay with stored bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Currently $80 a month. Actual speeds vary.
Hey, I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You're listening to Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Quarter Group Studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw. And it's a Saturday morning. And of course, The Eagles play on Friday. 6 days from today, they open up in Brazil.
Even to me,
I
it
mean,
sounds
it's
so
weird.
weird. It's like, wouldn't you want to go into a market with like a lot of money and stuff like that?
Well,
Like,
they're trying to-
expose football. I don't know that Brazil is going to.
I don't like it, but it is what it is. Now, you got a great get. Jaaron Hayek Jaaron Hyatt is calling in today because he plays with the Chiefs. You played with the Chiefs.
Yes, and he's a wide receiver, and he's been in that same locker room that I was, and I got a lot of cool questions for him. I try to not ask him too much ahead of time because I want to hear it firsthand. But
let's go to the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room, Kansas City Chiefs Jaaron Hyatt. Good morning, Jaaron.
Good morning, Billy. Thank you for having me on.
So when Dave called me, he said that he invited you onto the show. I said, that is really, really cool because we have so many questions to ask you. But it's also cool because Dave played for the Chiefs and you guys got that connection.
Yeah, and I even when I first reached out to him, I actually didn't even know that he played for them. So it was a really cool connection, and I'm glad this worked out.
So you're nursing an injury. You were hurt. You tore your shoulder up. Explain to us what injury you have.
Yeah, so I'm just dealing with an AC joint injury right now. I just fell on it in practice, and unfortunately, just completely bad timing. I'm just lucky it's not a super serious injury. It happened, a couple of days before the first preseason game, so knocked me out for the rest of the preseason.
And like every football player knows that when you miss the training camps in the beginning of it's really tough, especially when you were undrafted. You went to Villanova. You're a local product, Nova guy, and so. But when you have a setback like that, especially when you're undrafted, it's tough.
Yeah, so I was actually having a great training camp, like you said. I'm trying to make a name for myself as an undrafted guy. You get looked over throughout the draft process, and you want to make a name for yourself throughout training camp and OTAs. And I was trending upwards, and unfortunately, like I said, it just a small bump in the road.
I saw the injury,
and just like that's what sports teaches you, how to overcome adversity. And I was just kidding with Dave. We were talking about your first name. I said, well, when you make the big contract, you'll change your name to Jaaron.
He's thinking about it right now.
But he signed that first multi-million-dollar contract.
I saw his injury was on a touchdown in a scrimmage. Yeah, right. So it wasn't like he scored and then landed on it. So it wasn't like he just kind of screwing around. He's downplaying it. I saw it was a great play too.
Yeah, it was actually it was a pass from Carson Wentz. So it was a touchdown.
Oh, how about that?
Wentz. Yeah.
All right. The one big question we have is playing on the Chiefs, former Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl last year, but Patrick Mahomes, did you get a chance to interact with him a lot in camp? What's it like? What type of a leader is he?
So it wasn't too much individual one-on-one conversations, but, obviously being there for 3-4 months and viewing his work ethic every day and his daily habits and his routine, it was second to none. And I kind of explained this to Dave. It was unbelievable seeing it from a teammate perspective rather than a fan perspective now. And people can argue all day about who the best quarterback in the league is or how good they are and talk about their talent. But being able to view Patrick and for the last 3-4 months was, I'll never take that for granted. His daily work ethic, like I said, it was insane. He would show up to work every day, just wanting to get better. And like you already say, he's already a 2-time Super Bowl MVP, and it's just he has all the accolades in the world and he has all the money in the world, but no matter what, he showed up every single day in OTAs when he really didn't have to, and every single day in training camp he demands the absolute best out of his teammates, including Travis, who's going on year 12, year 13, and so he doesn't really care who you are. He doesn't care what your status is. He wants the best. He wants the best from the guys around him.
Hey, Jaaron, as Dave Klemic here, I also, me and him played in the same conference.
Okay.
So I paid very close attention to all the receivers, make sure none was breaking my records. And he was coming. He was one of those guys that was on. I don't know. I'm going to make sure. He was a great player at Villanova. Fantastic. But I had a question. Like, how does the quarterback coaches deal with that type of a talent? Like, what do they say to Patrick Mahomes? Like, hey, stay in the pocket and deliver the ball. Keep your shoulder up high. Like, he just does the most creative stuff in the world. How did you hear them coaching that? Or did they even bother?
It's funny you say that because I was actually wondering the same thing. And like I said, he wants the absolute best out of everyone, including himself. So he's still coachable. And whether that come from Coach Nagy, the OC, or his Coach Girardi, the quarterback coach, or it really comes from most from Coach Reed. And obviously, Coach Reed's very well respected and a future Hall of Fame coach. So he takes coaching just like everybody else. But I would say, if I had to give you an answer, probably the head coach, probably Coach Reed would give him.
I was going to say, how much interaction did you do with Coach Reed?
A decent amount. Yeah, as you guys know, he's a Philly guy to start, and he actually lived in the town of Villanova. So he knew all the surrounding areas that I did, and he was very familiar with the space. So we talked a good bit about that. We had a couple of conversations. And, we just had that Philly connection that most people don't.
We're talking with Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Jaaron Hayek. And Jaaron, what was it like with Travis Kelce? I mean, you talk about a guy with a high profile. I mean, he does the podcast with his brother. They just signed a big deal, and of course, he dates one of the most talented singers out of all of them. What is it like being in his presence? Is he like? Can you feel that, or is he a normal guy?
No, I could definitely feel it. I mean, after a while, I mean, everybody in the world knows him now. You know?
Right.
It's just across the globe, different countries. So you could definitely feel it when we first started in OTAs a couple months ago. When he first walked in the door, it was like, you kind of take a step back and you really realize what position you're in. And
like as a young kid like you, like you're like, are you like overwhelmed? Like, wow, there's Travis Kelce. I mean, there's obviously the rest of the team's there, but you notice when he walks in.
Yeah, definitely. He holds a presence for sure.
And you didn't see. I don't think Taylor Swift was around in the preseason.
No, I don't.
Do the guys tease him? I mean, like, do the other guys, the veterans that are in the locker room, do they give him a hard time like normal or?
I didn't witness any of that. Probably more during the season, but I didn't witness any of that.
So I went out there for the Legends Week. We were the Chargers Week. Dante Hall gets inducted to the Hall of Fame, right? And
who you beat in the race?
Yeah,
right.
And yep, you just can.
Probably
the only reason why I'm on this show right now. So because I can tell stories about that. But when I saw Taylor Swift was 30 feet from me, and the only person more famous in that stadium than Patrick Mahomes was Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? Yeah. And people basically turned their backs to the game to just look at her. It was wild. It was a wild experience.
So, Jaaron, how far along are you with your rehab? Are you going to the Klemic performance method to get some extra work in?
Yeah, so I actually just got home about a week or so ago. So I just started PT back home in Jersey. And yeah, like you said, I'm gonna head down to South Jersey here soon and get some more work in with Dave. To work on some lower body stuff while I'm rehabbing the upper body.
So what is your timetable? When do you expect to be able to play? And is there anybody you're catching on with, or are you going to go back to the Chiefs?
Yeah, so I won't know the exact answer to the teams or interests until around early to mid-October. So after about the first week of October is kind of the target date for the return to injury, and hopefully I'm 100% by then. And that's when I'm able to go ahead and work out with teams, et cetera, including the Chiefs.
Coming from Villanova, Villanova football team practices in Ocean City so every once in a while, usually in the beginning of the summer. Did you get a chance to come down with the Wildcats and practice in Ocean City?
Yeah. So while I was there, we went every single year. I think we turned into a yearly thing now. So we head down, I think around early to mid-August.
Yeah.
And we do a little our spring game there down in Ocean City, which is a great time.
Obviously Ocean City has been really doing well with the battle at the beach. Excuse me. We saw Mainland Dave's former team play against Atlantic City. Of course, IMG played Bergen Catholic, and you're familiar with them. But it draws a big crowd. It's a really great, really great event.
Yeah, like you said, it's a great venue there. You got the ocean breeze coming towards your way on the field, so it doesn't get too hot. And then you got the really cool background with the Ferris wheel on the beach. So I think it's definitely a cool venue. And that was cool yesterday to see Bergen Catholic and IMG play there, which are two powerhouses in the whole entire country.
Belichick was there. He was in the house.
It's been drawing some big names. Well,
we covered it last year.
Yeah.
We covered it.
We broadcasted live there from last year. It was a lot of fun from Carey Stadium. Well, Jaaron, listen, man, we really, Jaaron, we really appreciate it. I'm sorry, these guys are teasing me.
You're good.
We really appreciate you coming on, man, and good luck to you in the future. Hopefully, you catch on with somebody.
Yep, I really appreciate it.
All right, there he is.
Good luck, brother.
Jaaron Hayek on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. You guys are I know I do that all the time because you guys are staring at me like waiting for me to make a mistake.
Well, he's actually going to come down here and get some work into, and he's going to work out. He's going to do PT with Ryan Bucaferni at Peak Performance, and who's like.
So what are you going to work on with him?
Because he can't move his shoulder. He doesn't have mobility of his shoulder. Ryan's going to work with him over there.
Okay.
And then he's going to come over to us and do lower body stuff. Okay. Probably increasing vertical leap while he can because he can't move his shoulder. You need.
Do you know what he runs? Do they still run the 40s?
Yeah, he ran about a 4.59.
So he's a fast guy too.
Well, he has a cool story we didn't even ask about. When he got to training camp, he was like a walk-on player.
Right.
50-person tryout where he made it.
So
I remember we kept one guy, and he ended up playing. His name was Ian Reed, I think, and he played 11 years in the NFL. I mean, he's a grinder too. Like this kid made it out of 50.
He looks like he's a tough kid. That's a profile right there.
Benched
Jaaron Hayek.
Benched 20 times 225.
Did he really?
His pro day. Yeah, he's a great athlete.
And he's what about 6 foot 200 pounds.
Yeah.
All right.
He said Xavier Worthy was only. He's talking about Xavier Worthy, the fastest guy ever in the NFL. He said he looked like a miniature like girl basketball player. He's so tiny. Yeah, he's like
But you know what? Just to hear him talk about walking into that locker room and seeing Mahomes and Travis Kelce, that you could be intimidated even as a player.
Yeah, I mean, when I first walked in and met Tony Gonzalez and Bubby Brister, those two guys who I've been like, oh my god,
right? You knew them growing
I was
up.
I was like, oh gosh, I didn't want to talk to him. I couldn't look at him. You know what I mean? That's probably what he's feeling right now. You can hear he's kind of quiet about it.
Yeah.
Where like when it's all said and done, you could talk in hindsight and retro talk about it and laugh. But I was very nervous and intimidated too.
Yeah, you have to be. I mean, especially if you're an undrafted free agent, you're walk-on.
Yeah.
You're a walk-on.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is for walk-ons.
Well, Bubby Brister told me that you get that look off your face, kid.
Really?
He's like, yeah, because I got to throw you this ball. And he's like,
and I don't want you
to
see stars in your eyes.
He was a backup. I'm a backup.
Right.
He's got to throw me the ball.
He told you to get that look out of your face?
Get the look off that face. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Right away. And I was like,
that's a great
did I have that look? Did I give that away? He's like, oh, yeah.
That's a great get, Dave. Thank you.
Yeah,
all right. On the other side, we'll get a little into some Eagles football. And then at the top of the hour, we're going to talk with Kristen Moorby of NBC Sports. She's down in Brazil. Like, this not the players are being like they're giving them tips on what to do. Not carry your phone. Don't wear gold chains.
Well, we think of Brazil, you're thinking beaches and this and that.
It's not. They're not
off the beach.
The stadium's an hour away from the beach.
It's like a third world country. Is it third? Is there such thing as a second world country? I've never heard of a second world. I think
there's a first world country and there's a third world country.
I think that's
is there a second world country?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call. Chris Mooney at 609-399-1227. Now, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they'll have private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 3 locations on the bay in Summers Point, at 43rd off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City, and our newest location right in the heart of Wildwood on Ocean Ave. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar. Plus, The Point features live music at all 3 locations 7 days a week and is always family friendly. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them at dothepoint.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Pintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
How would you like to go to the 2025 Masters Golf Tournament? Go to ticksforgood.org to find out how you can win the grand prize of 2 weekend passes to the 2025 Masters, as well as plenty of other awesome prizes like Masters hats, t-shirts, and foursomes to your favorite South Jersey golf courses. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win these prizes. This sweepstakes is brought to us by our friends at Shane Orthopedics and the David Scales State Farm team.
Who doesn't love getting something for free? Labor Day deals have arrived at the Home Depot, and right now you can get a free Milwaukee 18-volt extended capacity battery, $159 value, when you buy a select tool. Get longer runtime and more battery life so you can power all your fall projects. Shop Labor Day deals and get a free battery when you buy a select tool at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limit 1 per transactions, exclusions apply, full eligible tool list in store and online.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first time Nana moments.
Yeah, welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence 9 test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio in Northfield, right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, producer Nick Earnshaw. And by the way, so as we're in the studio, we've got Game Day on. I always like that show. But there's a good, pretty cool, some cool games today. College football, Dave Klemic. Clemson, Georgia at noon. Penn State, West Virginia. I can't stand West Virginia. Miami and Florida, which is they're playing in the swamp, and then you got Notre Dame and Texas A&M tonight. So that'll be fun. I'll be watching that tonight, and I'll get a little Phillies in, Nick.
Yeah, we will. course.
They better win tonight. We got Wheeler tonight.
Yeah, Wheeler's on the mound tonight.
Need a win tonight, Nick.
I think it's a what? 7:05, something like that. Start. Like around 7:05.
All right, you got to text us.
We did. We got Dan in the HP checking in. He said, "Dingers are the everything." Well said, Nick.
Dingers are everything.
Yeah.
What if they don't hit dingers?
Well,
do they lose?
They won games before.
Do they win games when they don't hit home runs?
They won games before.
They don't hit home runs.
Yeah. I've
So
seen it.
it's feast or famine. Dave
It's when
Clement.
it's with runners in scoring position. They just have to knock in the run.
I got a text here from the Negadelphia.
Oh no.
Bill Belichick stinks. Couldn't win barely won Super Bowl without Tom Brady. Barely won any games without Brady. I could win 5 out of the 6 Super Bowls if I was the coach with Tom Brady.
Yeah, but he's the one. Think about this though. He was the one that gave Tom Brady the opportunity because usually when quarterbacks get hurt, they get put back in. When number 11 went down,
Drew
Bledsoe.
Yep.
He stuck with Brady.
I thought at that point, he was pretty obvious. If Tom Brady changed metrics of quarterback rate. Did you know that?
Yeah.
The way that he played in college, in today's metrics, he would have been the first overall pick. He was a 6th-round pick. If you look at how he performed,
right,
he would have been the first pick of the draft based off of turning the ball over and how he percentage of
move over in the
face. Sorry. And so basically he changed the way that they even picked the quarterback. And a lot of his thing that Tom Brady did awesome was after he was contacted, still completing a pass after contact. How about that?
Yeah, and he would stay in the pocket. He didn't go right down. He's the GOAT. Okay.
Yeah, OMG. Whoa. The first hour's over, Nick?
Yes, it's over.
Gosh, darn it.
It's already won.
I can't believe it, man.
That was a fast hour.
You guys are funny because I'm not good with names. I get like a mental block. I'm like an total Eagles fan. People from Philadelphia can't get names right.
Typical Philadelphia fan. Pronouncing the names wrong.
I do follow my teams blindly, but not like you, Nick.
What do you mean? I'm being realistic here.
I'm going to give you a ticket to the Gale Force at Playland, and you can say you just going in. You can say you're watching the Phillies.
I couldn't say Zacchaeus
Olmide Zacchaeus.
Josh, I have to refer to Josh. All right, first hour's in the book. Hour 2, Kristen Moorby from NBC Sports, and the Mr. Negadelphia segment with P.J. Corda all coming up next. In the locker room with Billy Schwan right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is South Jersey's official home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles open the 2024 season this Friday night in Sao Paulo, Brazil, against the Green Bay Packers.
Here comes the look. Hey, got him! Jalen Corda.
Listen to all the action with Merrill Reese and Mike Witt with pregame coverage starting at 7 p.m. and kickoff at 8:50. This is the play-by-play home of the Philadelphia Eagles. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Go for the endless ocean views and the non-stop entertainment. Go for the lucky world and the late night twirls. Go for the gourmet eats and the next level foods. Go to celebrate. Go to rejuvenate. Go for an escape that's anything but ordinary. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital for RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
At Atlantic Cape Community College, we believe a quality education should be affordable and accessible to everyone. They offer programs in business, liberal arts, STEM, nursing, aviation, culinary arts, and more. Flexible online and in-person classes starting this Tuesday. Visit atlanticcape.edu/register today. In addition, the Center for Transition Success at Atlantic Cape is helping high school graduates of Atlantic and Cape May counties, ages 18 to 24, with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Whether you are beginning college, looking for workforce training, or want to go right to work, The Center for Transition Success is here to guide you every step of the way. Visit AtlanticCape.edu/transition success to learn more. Get an affordable, quality education at Atlantic Cape Community College. Visit AtlanticCape.edu/register today. The Center for Transition Success is funded by the County College-based Center for Adult Transition Grant, administered by the New Jersey Office of the Secretary of Higher Education.
With Labor Day savings at the Home Depot, you can upgrade your home with up to $1,500 off select appliances from top brands like Whirlpool. Enhance your home with quality and convenience from Whirlpool, like the freestanding electric range with built-in air fryer and the tall tub dishwasher with third rack, all available at the Home Depot. Right now, shop Labor Day savings up to $1,500 off select appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing valid August 22nd through September 11th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
If you no longer qualify for New Jersey Family Care, you may be eligible for low or no-cost health insurance through Get Covered New Jersey for yourself and your family. These quality, affordable health plans cover doctor visits, prescriptions, emergency services, and more. 9 out of 10 enrolling qualify for financial help, and many pay $10 a month or less. Learn more and find out if you're eligible today at getcovered.nj.gov.
South Jersey's official play-by-play home of the Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers. See no point would I ever consider not being a fan of 97.3 ESPN, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station, serving all South Jersey.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room. Billy Swan.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. Just good to be with you.
Great Bob Mackley, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Ruby. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, George.
We have the real Pat Coachy in the locker room.
What's off the bench, Coach?
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, and producer Nicky Earnshaw on Saturday morning. And we got college football today. We got the Phillies tonight. And then, of course, next Friday, the Eagles kick off in Brazil, Dave. And that's a 10-hour flight, 10-hour flight down to Brazil. It's far away. If you were on the Chiefs, you'd go. If the Chiefs made you go.
One of those things they say, don't drink the water.
Oh, boy.
You go to those countries. That's one of those countries.
Well, right now, we're going to go down to Brazil because our good friend Kristen Moorby, who's the director of the Cape May Lifeguard Women's Lifeguard Challenge in Cape May Point every summer. She's on the Cape May Point Beach Patrol, but she also works for NBC Sports. And they sent her down there as a part of a group to go investigate. They sent her down, I guess, about a month ago. Came back, they got to send it out for logistics and stuff. Now she's back down, getting ready for the broadcast. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. Welcome into the locker room all the way from Brazil, Kristen Moorby. Good morning, Kristen. Hello, Kristen.
Good afternoon here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Hi, Kristen.
How are you doing?
All right, so what time is it? It's 11 o'clock here, so what's it, 12 o'clock down there?
It is, yeah. We're 1 hour ahead of you guys.
Now, Kristen, you got a really amazing story to tell. You told me when we had you on for the Cape May Point Women's Lifeguard Challenge, because you're the director of that, we did ask you a few questions, and I said, well, let's hold that off for another show because you have so much to do. They initially, you work for NBC Sports, and they sent you and a contingent of representatives from NBC with security people to go down. What was your job? What was your initial job when you first went down there?
So we came down in May, and we just kind of wanted to scout the area, check out the stadium, make sure that it was going to be safe, see what kind of backup we needed to bring in. We scouted hotels, airport, different spots in the city so we could do shoots with our talent. So yeah, it was a great experience, and now we're back. We touched down August 25th. We had people start arriving, and we will get up to 200 people in the next few days here that we'll be overseeing. So all logistics, all their hotels, flights, transportation, security, credentials.
Wow.
Equipment, anything they need. So yeah.
How long? Hey, Kristen, how long of a flight is it from? I guess you left from Philadelphia International down to Brazil.
Yes, I actually went out of JFK.
JFK?
So an 8-hour flight. Nonstop is about an 8-hour flight.
Wow. 7 hours to Europe, 7 hours, maybe 8 hours to Paris. This isn't a 9-hour flight. That's a long flight. But how is everything going now? How are you being received by the people from Brazil?
They've been very nice. It's been a pretty active construction zone here. We're turning a soccer stadium into a football stadium. The Corinthians, this is their home arena, the Neo Klemic Arena, and they have a huge match tomorrow against Flamengo. So we're trying to stay out of their way, let them finish out their season, and then a Sunday night at midnight, we'll make a switch over in the building, and we'll start to prepare on field and everything turf-wise for football. So there's going to be a lot of moving pieces, and a lot needs to happen in a pretty short period of time. And then the Packers and the Eagles, they'll arrive on Wednesday night. Obviously, they'll do their practice and walkthroughs and everything on Thursday. And then Friday, we'll be ready to rock for the game.
Hi, Kristen, Dave Klemic. I'm just ask you a question about the colors. Now, I heard there was some.
What is that? Yeah, I heard about that.
Because there's like gangs or something like that don't wear green. You can't wear green, so the uniforms are black and white. What is there any truth to that, or what's the story with that?
100% true. I actually had to advise my crew today and tomorrow. We cannot wear green. We can't wear anything with green in it. It's the rival team of the Corinthians, and tensions are very high because apparently the Corinthians had a 10-game losing streak. So this game tomorrow is a real make it or break it. They've advised us to hide all supplies, anything that might be used as a weapon. We've upped security, so it's pretty serious down here. They take their sports very serious.
Wow.
Hey, Kristen, it's Nick Earnshaw here. I wanted to ask you about kind of some of the logistical challenges down there. What's been the biggest roadblock you guys may have faced setting up for this game?
I would say the biggest things are traffic. Traffic is horrendous here. It's like nothing I've ever seen. It takes us 2 hours to get to work every day, and our hotel is 40 miles away.
40 miles. Wow.
Yeah. So I looked it up, and actually Sao Paulo is one of the world's most populous cities. There's 11.45 million in Sao Paulo alone. It's very, very busy. So that kind of puts if you forget something at the hotel or we need to get equipment here quickly, it kind of puts a little bit of a challenge on us. And then I would say the other thing is just there's a little bit of a language barrier, but honestly, the people here have been so nice. And we're really, a lot of this we're building from scratch. So that's been a challenge in itself, but we can't get around it. That's kind of what it is.
We're talking with Kristen Moorby of NBC Sports. She's on the ground in Sao Paulo, Brazil, getting ready for the Packers-Eagles game Friday night. Now, a lot of the players, the NFL has had meetings with some of the players, or all the players from each team and officials and everything, and saying, don't have your cell phone out, don't wear gold, be very careful because I guess the crime situation. You went down with an armed guards, security. So do you feel threatened in any way with that, or have you been just making sure you don't have your phone out?
I don't feel threatened. I don't feel unsafe, but I think we're just trying to be really, really ahead of it. I do know that it's mostly petty crimes that have been reported. So it is a lot of stealing cell phones, stealing jewelry. So we've kind of been advised the same thing. There's a big motorcycle and moped population down here. So I think that's where a lot of the theft happens. If you're walking with your phone out, looking down,
right,
and they speed by you and grab something, that's kind of where your biggest risk is. But honestly, I feel very safe down here. I think we're just taking all the measures we can to be careful.
How far, do the people that the team's fans, Will they be staying in close proximity to the stadium, or are all the hotels as far away as you are?
I don't know that there's any that are really close that aren't name brand. I think it's a lot of small places that are close by. So my guess is majority are staying at the big name hotels, the Hiltons, the Hyatts, the Marriotts, and those are all going to be. It's going to be a long trip to the stadium.
Hey, Kristen, what is the size of the stadium, and are we going to be sold out, or is it? And there's a lot of Eagles fans coming down, or is this going to be like real Brazilians watching the game?
I honestly don't have that information. I do know they said they are sold out though, so I just don't know what the makeup will be fan wise. I when I was home still on the beach, I talked to a couple people that said they were coming, so hopefully there'll be a lot of Philly fans.
Kristen, kind of piggybacking off Dave's question, what's the vibe around Brazil right now with the NFL coming down there? And essentially, are people excited about the Eagles and Packers playing a game, in their home country?
Definitely. There's definitely a good buzz. I think these are diehard sports fans. They'll support any kind of sport, any kind of team. So I would say there's a really good energy around it. I've been seeing artwork go up around the city. I think someone posted there was like a mural of Jalen Hurts and Jordan Love, which was really cool. So I think they're really pumped about it.
Well, I got to tell you, Kristen Moorby, we love you, man. You know what, Dave? You know what she called me when she was at NBC Sports? Remember, you called me from Japan. We did an interview with you from Japan.
I did. That was a little different time difference, though. I was up in the middle of the night. That one was a little rougher.
So I got an opportunity to see you after the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships at La Scala's Beach House, and we had a chance to say hi to each other. Kristen, I really appreciate you, and good luck down there. I know. So you're going to be gone for like almost 2 weeks, correct?
Yep, I'll be back on Sunday after the game, and then I head to Houston, and Sunday Night Football is my world for the next 5 months or so.
Right on, Kristen. Hey, man, maybe I'll have to hop on a plane and catch up with you at one of your road trips. I can fly for free.
Absolutely.
We'll come out. We'll hang out. How about that?
A perk, man.
Right? Is that a great
I
perk?
feel like getting a part-time job at the airport. That's so cool.
You know what I used to say to girls? Marry me, fly for free. All right, Kristen. Hey, listen, like I said, we really appreciate you. She listens to the locker room. She calls us from Japan, now Brazil. Kristen, I can't thank you enough, and enjoy the rest of your time down there, and let's go Birds.
Thank you. Yeah, let's go Birds, and shout out to my Cape May crew. Thank you, guys.
There she is, Kristen Moorby on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. How about that?
Yeah, Nick, on his dating profile, put marry me, fly for free. He'll start getting hits right now.
Yeah, real quick. You put it in the bio as one of your lines. That's how you should open every time you DM somebody. There you go, Billy. That's his line right there.
Tony's gonna be able to fly that. So, you guys, that was so cool. I mean, think about this. She called us from Japan for the Olympics a couple years back. Now she's called us from Brazil.
I don't know, man. These aren't the most famous guests we've ever had, but I think these are the most
insightful.
This is awesome.
The most insightful.
Yeah, this is great.
Because I learned more about the Brazil game from Kristen than I probably have all week.
From anybody on any other station, absolutely.
Yep, for sure.
And I look forward to this game. Even though on the other side, when we get back, we'll talk about the Eagles and the Packers in Brazil. How about that?
Let's do it.
All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store. I'm going to tell you about McCann Appraisers. You got to call John McCann and Associates for all your real estate appraisal needs. Call John and McCann Associates at 609-263-7422. Whether commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, or financial planning, divorce, or financing, and more, the professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call at 609-263-7422. And, of course, we love the McCanns, Tom and John McCann. They're legends in Seattle City. And get over there and see John A. McCann. All right, when we return, we'll continue more here in the locker with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, and Nicky Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This weekend on ESPN Radio, it's a critical showdown in the NL East.
It is gone into the third row. A solo shot for Harper.
Bryce Harper and the Philadelphia Phillies face Marcell Ozuna and the Atlanta Braves.
Towards center field, way back there, on its way, and gone. Marcell Ozuna will touch them all.
The Braves at the Phillies. Coverage begins today at 6:30 Eastern and tomorrow at 6 Eastern.
It's Phillies baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Coates. When I dine out, I go to La Barca Restaurant, located at 301 Summers Point, Longport Boulevard, Longport, New Jersey. Set in the Seaview Marina with panoramic views of the open bay and marina, La Barca offers a wide range of dining options from fresh seafood, gnocchi menu, Italian, steak, chicken, and inspired entrees. When I have company at the shore, we go to La Barca for great food, impeccable service, and amazing views. Call La Barca now for reservations, 609-541-4007. Maybe I'll see you there.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence dyne test under high-low conditions versus API SP test limits.
You met with the stable boy despite your father's orders. He hoisted you onto the saddle and you wrapped your arms around him, embracing his silent strength. He lay you down amongst the wildflowers. You experienced love like never before while you were buying dish soap. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover heart-stopping romance titles on Audible.
You're listening to The Lock. Billy Schwein, 3 ESPN, and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live right here from the Toms River Auto Group studio in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, Nicky Earnshaw. Kristen just texted me. She goes, she had so much fun. She said, I hope that was okay. It was great. It was phenomenal.
What a great guest.
Kristen's great. All right, I want to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles because I've got, we got to talk about the Eagles because they're opening up Friday in São Paulo, Brazil,
and
against the Pack.
I went to the last preseason game.
Not a great
By the way,
one.
you had Nick Earnshaw seats. You were like two ways. Yeah, you were 2 ways from the last row in the stadium. Bob Euchre.
Nicky Nosebleeds. Come on.
And I said, that game, I've never heard Merrill Reese want to get off the air so badly. It was a bad game.
Yeah.
It was bad.
All right, Nikki. And I walked in here, Dave. I said, you know what? The Eagles depth chart, they don't even have a backup center listed, which is where it's worrisome. They don't have depth on the offensive line.
I agree.
These guys get hurt, Nick.
I agree.
And then Mekhi Becton never played guard. He's 6'6". I mean, don't guard, Dave. You know, you play football. Doesn't offensive guards need to be able to pull and move and be like? Look how athletic Jason Kelsey was.
You can't compare him to Kelsey. You can't compare these guys to Kelsey.
But I don't know. He's never played the position before.
We're looking at me.
I'm looking at Dave.
I'm looking at you, Dave.
I'm referring to Dave.
Well, all right, here's my concern. I'm going to say the last 10 games, because remember the Eagles won games that they shouldn't have won last year, where we say, oh, it's the NFL. A win's a win in the NFL. You'll take it. I know they looked horrible the last 10 games, but they couldn't pick up the blitz.
Right. I say you, and we're going to talk about that, but you can win games and not control the ball. You can win games and just by pure circumstance or whatever. So I like none of the Eagles games that I saw, like they were great.
They didn't satisfy it.
We did not control.
You know what it's like?
Game.
It's like getting surf and turf, and the lobster was too chewy and the meat wasn't cooked right.
Yeah.
So you paid for the surf and turf and you got a great meal, but it didn't taste good. That's what the wins were like.
That's actually a great analogy there by Billy. That's perfect.
That was one of my better ones.
That's one of the best ones I think I've ever heard Billy make.
Yeah. Somebody clipped that.
Had to be a food analogy, right?
Because we all understand the surf and turf around here.
Right. You ever get a surf and turf where the lobster's chewy?
Yeah.
Oh, that means it's overcooked.
Is that what it is? I thought it was frozen and then they cook it.
But look, here's the thing, Dave. If they couldn't pick up the blitz, and you guys were like, Stoutland's the greatest offensive line coach, I get it, and they had, going into last season, the offensive line was their strength. It was like supposed to be the best offensive line in the league, and if you looked on paper, they were. But so you tell me why they weren't picking up the blitz.
Right, so who picks up the blitz? Who's the person responsible for picking up the blitz?
That's
quarterback.
Yeah,
right.
Quarterback.
He's supposed to call it out.
And Jalen Hurts is now saying because he didn't because of Kelsey's.
What is the center pick up? The protection.
Yes.
Protection. Quarterback picks up the blitzes because he can't see where the linebackers are, where their eyes
Quarterback's
are.
the field general.
Quarterback picks up the blitz. Offensive or your center picks up the protection. He sets the protection. You'll hear him set it, right? And then the quarterback. So
Nick, basically this offensive line, I think, might be a little overrated.
I don't think so. I think it doesn't have enough depth.
You know, we have Mr. Negadelphia coming on. What's his nickname?
He's usually
I've been a beacon of positivity.
No, he was terrible about the Sixers last year.
No, but
it's a whole different animal.
Phillies are going to the World Series. He's like all in on the Eagles.
I
still think. Look, I predicted them going 11-7.
I said 11 wins too. I'm there right there with you. I'm right there with you, but you're already writing them off. The offensive line's terrible. The defensive line's terrible.
We're going to learn a lot on Friday, aren't we?
Oh, we are.
Because we don't know anything because there was no preseason. We didn't see anything. Guts.
Only Dave saw it in the nosebleeds.
And he wasn't even. He was so far away he couldn't even see it.
Bradbury's out.
Yeah, he's out.
But guess what? Who cares about Bradbury, really?
Come on. I coached Bradbury.
Did you really? I mean, he played well.
I'll show you some video.
But I mean, he wasn't even. He's lucky he even made the team.
Yeah, because they're going to pay him a lot.
Yeah.
Right. I got the feeling it's the only reason he's there.
It's about the moolah.
So I'm not worried about the loss of Bradbury. He's like third on the depth chart, isn't he? Wasn't he third?
But Goddard.
Well, he's
what
playing
about Goddard?
safety.
That's a huge loss.
Yeah.
He's top 5 tight ends in the league.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Bradbury's second on this depth chart that I'm looking at. Sidney Brown, the reason he's behind him is because he's hurt.
That's why. But they're gonna have a lot of different looks on the defensive side. I'm very curious to see how Vic Fangio utilizes Gardner Johnson, right? Like you're gonna see him in the nickel a little bit. They're gonna be all over the place with the linebackers. Like you're gonna see those guys lined up in dime packages and stuff like that. So Dave, but I want to go back to the offensive line thing. How much of last year, they had trouble picking up the blitz last year. How much is that scheme and how much does that fall on the coaching staff?
Well, when you get to the line of scrimmage, you're expecting you like say you walk up to the line of scrimmage, you're expecting in this situation they're gonna be in fours, they're gonna be in nickel, they're gonna be in two, whatever. You should kind of know off the bat, and then they have to disguise it, and then you have to set.
And usually the quarterback comes up, so there's the Mike linebacker, right? Points out where the Mike is.
The easiest way to find out what the protection is or where there's a blitzer is send somebody in motion. What did we not do?
No, you said that a lot last year. We didn't do any of that, but still, I mean,
you can pick up if you send a guy in motion. Somebody's going to walk with you. That means they're in man,
right.
or they're going to shift means they're in zone.
So you're saying because they didn't move on the line of scrimmage last year, Hurts, it was harder for Hurts to pick up what the defense was doing.
Yes.
So that falls on the coaching staff too, Billy.
I agree with Nick. I agree with that because I think coaching in football is so much more important than any other sport.
Yes.
Especially game day.
Yeah,
because Dave, every time when I played football, you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments.
Yeah. If you shift or move at the line of scrimmage, it exposes everything the defense is doing. Go on two, go on one, and then shift, and then go on two.
So that's partly the coaching staff.
That's another thing too, Nick. The quarterback has the ability to change the cadence, right? Mm-hmm. That could throw a defense off.
Yeah.
But if you keep going and he's like, go. And it's the same thing. Then the defensive line can pin their ears back, and they know what it's going to be on.
And we know how vanilla the offense was last year, right? I mean, it was just a basic offense with no creativity, and that's why they bring in Kellen Moore to kind of take over.
The reason why you do that, in my opinion, is because they didn't trust Jalen Hurts to make decisions. Well, Peyton Manning didn't like motion either. So if you're watching, Peyton Manning did not have a lot of motion. But that's Peyton Manning. He's
different.
He's different. Jalen is not there yet.
The Eagles' offense finished at 8th in rushing last year. Now they got Saquon Barkley. And by the way, Dave, don't offensive linemen, they'd rather run block than pass block, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you're aggressive versus having to absorb
back
shock.
up.
But, the entire Eagles offense, I mean, the whole team is now, we've shifted to an offensive team. Like we've traditionally, I think we've been a defensive team. This is an offensive team. Let's not.
I think they're going to win. They're going to have to win. We don't. The jury's still out on the defense. We don't know what we're going to get.
I'm with you there, Billy.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
can I go over the offensive line for you though?
Yeah, please do.
Left tackle Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, left guard, Cam Jurgensen.
By the way,
Becton at right guard, and Johnson at right tackle.
Let me just interrupt. Mailata just became one of the captains.
Yeah. So does that offensive line scare you? The depth behind it should scare you, but that offensive line, I don't think they're overrated. I think it's a talented offensive line.
You know what? Lane Johnson is the Mailata. By the way, Mailata, what kind of grade would you give him for last year? Because he's part of the offensive line that couldn't block at the end of the year.
Give him a B last year. I don't think he was that bad. You're acting like he was horrible.
Cam Jurgens hasn't played center in 3 years?
Couple years. He just learned about Jason Kelce. Essentially handpicked him.
The sad part is the heart of that whole team was Jason Kelce.
Yeah,
and he's gone. So
they should hire him. But Jalen Hurts is blaming him for not being.
I want to see. Am I that the right context? Because it doesn't seem like his character to blame Jason Kelce for something. You know what I mean? Like I want to read. All
right, so let me ask you this. Let me ask the both of you guys this: where's your biggest question mark? The offensive line or defensive line?
Well, defensive line is the most talented, but they now after last year,
I don't think they're the most talented this year.
We don't have Fletcher Cox.
You don't have Fletcher Cox. The depth's not there. You don't know what Bryce Huff is yet. Jalen Carter. I mean, he was good last year, but is he going to fall off?
He's scheduled to start, right?
Yeah, he's a linebacker, but here's the thing. Like
Josh Sweat had a horrible year last year.
Jordan Davis. What are you going to get out of the Georgia Bulldogs? That's my question. You have so many Georgia Bulldogs on this defense. You know how great they were in college. Has it translated yet? I would say no. It has not translated to the NFL level yet. I just haven't seen it enough.
And by the way, Nolan Smith hasn't. Yeah. I mean, he didn't crack the starting lineup. He's behind Josh Sweat.
Yeah, he's going to be in the mix. So you're going to need a lot out of those guys, right? Like the Jordan Davis of the world, the Nolan Smiths, the Nakobe Deans, the Keely Ringos. Like those guys have to step up.
So many question marks with this team, guys. I got to tell you. And you know what? On the other side, we're going to talk to Mr. Negadelphia.
Oh, great.
By the way, you know where he is, right? Do you know where he is?
He's in Vegas, right?
Yeah, but you know why we wanted me to push him back to 11:30? He's in Area 51.
Oh, yeah. So it's his wife's birthday.
Yeah, she's really into UFOs. I said, what are you doing? That's why he said he won't be out of that area. And there's no cell service. I said, how do we know you might get abducted by an alien?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He did something really cool last night. He watched Nas, the rapper Nas,
yeah,
with an orchestra.
What?
One of the coolest
Who is
things
Nas?
I've
I
ever
don't even
seen.
know who Nas is.
He's a rapper.
Send me an airdrop.
I'll airdrop you the songs, Billy. All right? I'll airdrop you a playlist.
All right. On the other side.
Yeah, that's an inside joke. That's not an inside joke.
No, it's not an inside joke. I never.
doesn't know what it is.
I sent him pictures. I hit an airdrop. I go, what the heck's this?
You know, hold on. Before we go to break.
More choice language.
Before we go to break, we were at an event with one of the listeners for Mike Gill's baseball team. And we were talking about, and we had people coming up to us teaching Billy how to use an airdrop. It was me and other people showing him how to use a cellular device.
All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquor is named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and the staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store. Now, I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. I'm getting hungry already. I have to go back there for their meatball trio, Nick.
It was
By the way, their
fantastic.
shrimps were unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. You let me take some of your shrimp.
They were they were juicy.
Oh, they were awesome.
And your pizza was phenomenal.
Oh, the margarita pizza is the best.
That was great.
Best margarita pizza out there.
All right, La Scala's Beach House is in Brigantine. It opened last summer to rave reviews at your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll talk with Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Tuesday's show, we'll be back at Ocean Casino at the Gallery Bar booking games. It is Eagles-Packers week. We'll get you ready for the big game, plus the big weekend with the Phillies and the Braves. We're all over that live at the Gallery Bar booking games at Ocean Casino Resort Tuesday on the Sports Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 3 locations on the bay in Summers Point, at 43rd off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City, and our newest location right in the heart of Wildwood on Ocean Ave. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar, plus The Point features live music at all 3 locations 7 days a week and is always family friendly. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them at dothepoint.com.
How would you like to go to the 2025 Masters Golf Tournament? Go to ticksforgood.org to find out how you can win the grand prize of 2 weekend passes to the 2025 Masters, as well as plenty of other awesome prizes like Masters hat, t-shirts, and foursomes to your favorite South Jersey golf courses. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win these prizes. This sweepstakes is brought to us by our friends at Shane Orthopedics and the David Scales State Farm team.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition, and talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Guess what, people? Wendy's has new saucy nugs. You heard me. Wendy's nugs now come in 7 saucy flavors. Buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, spicy ghost pepper. You can literally hear your taste buds after every bite. I'm serious. Listen to mine. Okay, that's just me playing with sound effects, but you got the idea. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Hi, honey. Happy first day back at work. Can't wait to see you tonight. We are so proud of you.
Daddy, love you.
There are many reasons to start recovery. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, we are here to help. Call us. Our trained counselors are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help. Your recovery is within reach. Call 844-REACH-NJ to learn about medication that can support your recovery. A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN, the free mobile app.
We're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, and producer Nick Earnshaw. And we're going to remind people that we will be down at Lascala's Beach House for 7 Eagles pregame show. I'm excited about that. We're going to be there September 22nd, September 29th, October 13th, October 20th, November 10th, December 8th, and December 22nd will be like a pre-Christmas party going on down there. I'm excited. You'll be there now with us, Dave Klemic. And we got to get P.J. Corda, Mr. Negadelphia to come down there.
Maybe we'll make a remix of the "Twas the Night Before Football."
We'll bring that back.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm turning into a little bit of this guy. He's rubbing off on me. So let's go. Now it's time for Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, sponsored by Galloway Pool Service. Not happy with your pool, people? Call Galloway Pool Service 609-204-6939. In business for over 30 years, covering all of South Jersey. Ask for Dragon. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you. That's Galloway Pool Service, 609-204-6939. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in Mr. Negadelphia, P.J. Corda. Good morning, P.J.
Good morning, Billy. Glad to be here.
Yo, man, I was just telling the fellas, like I talked to you the other day, you told me you're in Area 51. I was like worried that you're going to get abducted by a UFO or something.
Yeah, you and me both, Billy. But, you do some crazy stuff for your wife sometimes.
Yes, you do. PJ, like I was just telling the guys, we'll start off with the Eagles with you. First of all, I want you to tell me, what do you think about their offensive line? Are you sold that this is like one of the better offensive lines in the league?
No, so here's the thing. I think we got some good talent there, and we have potential. But at the end of the day, it's not like we have this fully completed, executing great offensive line moves. We weren't gaining a lot. We did a lot of pushing, but I don't know if we're going to be able to handle it. And I would give you more information about it, but Sirianni doesn't let any of the players play at this point.
Right.
So we got to wait until next week so I can see what they're going to do.
PJ, this is Dave. What's the take on this guy's getting hurt and not playing in the preseason? And what's your take on that? Because I know you have to have one.
I've actually probably talked about this with 100 people this week, which is interesting that we have some starters that are injured and none of our starters have been playing. It's just like, if the idea was to preserve them for the season.
How did they get hurt?
So Bradbury's got like a forearm injury or something like that. Or he's injured, and then Goddard's potentially out. They didn't say officially, but potentially out.
Do we know what's happened? Do we know what's wrong with Goddard? Because they don't tell us.
Oh no! Wait. Bradbury was a leg injury. Goddard, he had
Goddard. Goddard. He's called him Godard. What do you call him? Godard?
Godard. But Goddard but that guy hasn't been healthy since 2008. He hasn't played a full season in 5-6 years. So I'm not too surprised that he's not playing if he doesn't.
So we're talking with Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, as we do each and every Saturday, sponsored by Galloway Pool Service. What do you make of the NFL making the Eagles and Packers go down to Brazil?
Well, no, it makes a lot of sense because the stadium said that you can't wear green, and they invited the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know why. Oh my God! Two other teams, but those are the two teams I would put in there.
It doesn't, right? I mean, think about it. You couldn't make a fun of your joke.
How do they not think about
they
that
know?
ahead
Did
of
the
time?
NFL investigate this?
The green teams in the NFL.
The two greenest teams.
By the way, the Eagles aren't wearing any green. They're wearing
Black and
black
white.
helmets, black pants, and white shirt for the first time ever. Brother.
That's unbelievable. That's an unbelievable, stupid decision. That's not even the Negadelphian. That's an NFL decision.
Yeah, well, it fits with the mantra of Negadelphia. Yeah. All right, PJ. Nick Earnshaw and I are going back and forth about the Phillies because I texted him when we were going back on the X platform, the tweets or whatever, and I put a big roller coaster. The Phillies are up and down. They can't hit. They streak. Everybody goes in a slump at the same time, or they all hit at the same time. And if they don't hit home runs, they don't score. So what do you think about the Philadelphia Phillies?
We got to get hot soon. We got to start putting.
Time's running out.
I mean, time's right. We're getting to the play. This is not the time to be, slumping around and not having it together. I mean, but they're going to start soon. We really got to put it together. But Wheeler, you said we got him starting tomorrow night or tonight rather.
Tonight,
tomorrow night. Yeah.
So you're still out in area 51, I think.
Yeah.
But I know, but Mr. Negadelphia, do you have any good thoughts about the Phillies right now? I just told Nick that I don't feel good about them, and I love the Phillies. I can't wait for the games to come on at night. Last night was a hard game to watch.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not getting the bats, so the thing is that baseball is tough enough to watch as it is. You know what I mean?
So false. So false.
The speed clock was great. They slowed it down, but at the end of the day, it's really tough. They don't have the viewerships. It's not like people, but the Phillies have a good vibe to them. Everybody likes why. I say that because I'm from Philly, but at the end of the day, no. I mean, I don't feel like a lot of confidence going into it. They're not creating a lot of vibe. If you're not really good, you can't watch baseball.
Oh, they're really good. Oh, PJ, hold up. The Phillies are really good. They're 79 wins, second best record in the National League.
Tied for second now.
The beginning of the season was great.
Yeah, and they've been fine. They've won a couple of games here in a row. They lost last night, but Castellanos came back the other night with the big home run. They were down 4-0.
PJ,
I
will say this: when the Phillies are firing on all cylinders, and you got like the first half of the season was must-see baseball, people are glued to the set. Look forward to it every night.
Yep, it was great. It was great at the beginning of the season, and then as the season went on, things kind of fell apart. You know what I mean? But
it's like
it's not as fun to watch, man. It's like gambling. You know what I mean? It's not fun when you're losing.
We have PJ. We have your locker room shirt here.
We do shirts, man.
Wait to see it, man.
Wait,
I'm excited.
that's just one of the surprises from this segment today. I have another surprise. I want to bring on somebody to add to this conversation. Mr. Josh Henning's in the StreamYard right now. I gotta bring Josh in. He had to call in. Josh, what's going on, man?
So I figured while we had half of the fantasy league all in one place, I would announce the draft order for tomorrow night's fantasy football draft.
All right.
97.3 league.
PJ claims he wins every one of
I
these.
will say. He will say. All right, go ahead, Josh.
All right. So you guys, PJ, you ready to hear where you're picking tomorrow night?
Yeah, where am I at?
All right, so here's the full order. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, we're ready.
Drum roll, please.
Number 1 draft pick, who had the worst record in the league last year, Dave Klemic.
Dave Klemic.
Dave Klemic.
Yes. There should be a penalty coming in last year.
Where was his punishment at?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I never changed my order the entire season.
Oh, man.
Oh, who's next, Josh?
All right, Josh.
Number 2 is Nick Earnshaw.
Oh, look at that.
Nick Earnshaw.
Give me this league already. Where's the trophy?
Number 3 is Casey Joyner from The Athletic.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 4, PJ Corda.
Top 5 pick.
PJ.
Top 5 pick.
You guys are in trouble, boy.
Oh, did we lose Josh?
Out. Brrr, he's trying to create some
lost
suspense
Josh.
here.
I know. We
He's
lost
creating
Josh.
suspense.
Well, at least we know where I'm at. That's the most important thing.
Most important.
And we got him back. We got him back.
Good, Josh.
You got me?
Yep.
Which pick did you lose me on?
We got four is P.J. Corda.
Number 5 is 2-time league champion Deshaun Hendricks.
Okay. Top 5 pick.
Number 6 in the draft is Town Square Media sales manager Jim McClain.
Jimmy. Okay.
Next up,
down.
Billy writes everything down. He's got to take notes. He's got to research his competition. Yeah, that's what Billy's doing.
All
right, Josh.
Next up, Danny Ryan.
Where am I?
The producer.
He made the T-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next up, the host of the locker room, Billy Schwein.
Schweiner's late in the draft.
I don't like my spot.
You got to get creative there, Billy.
Number 9, league manager and the man who's not allowed to have a top 5 pick because of personal rules, Josh Hennig.
All right.
And with the final pick and last year's champion of the 97-3 Fantasy Football League, fantasy football expert Andy McNamara.
Oh, Andy's got the last pick.
Mike Gill's not in on this?
Mike Gill is not in the league for the second straight year.
Well, that's right. The last couple of years, he hit auto draft anyway.
Josh this is my first time. Last year was my first time ever doing a fantasy draft ever, and Josh did all my picks for me.
All right, Josh.
Josh.
We appreciate you calling in, and I'll be in touch with you after the show.
We'll talk soon, boys.
All right.
There he is.
Special appearance during Mr.
P.J.
Negadelphia.
Corda, Mr. Negadelphia, you like your spot? You're number 4. That's not bad.
Oh yeah, no, that'll be a great spot for me to pick a team that'll beat the rest of you.
Can you win from 4? Or is it easier to win for?
It's sure you got a good pick.
Yeah, you'll get a decent set.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, tomorrow on the program we start Mr. the Guru, fantasy football guru Brian Hartley. We're starting with him on Sundays throughout the football season to give us our fantasy football fix.
How about
So,
that?
all right, PJ, as always, we thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next Saturday.
Thank you, gentlemen. See you next week.
There he is, the Mr. Negadelphia. PJ Corda is sponsored by Galloway Pool Service. Not happy with your pool people? Call Galloway Pool Service, 609-204-6939. They've been in business for over 30 years, covering all of South Jersey. Ask for Dragon and tell them the boys from the locker room sent you. That's the Galloway Pool Service, 609-204-6939. And, of course, people need their pools cleaned. And I know people with indoor pools. You got to have them cleaned.
Ask for Dragon.
Yeah, man.
His name's Dragon.
All right. So I'm not happy with my with where I am.
So you're a little upset now.
Yeah, I'm upset.
Now you're negative.
I was one. I didn't trade. I get a quarterback that was hurt for the whole season, and I think it was Aaron Rodgers was my quarterback.
Are you going to pay attention this
and
year?
I didn't even
You
trade
better
him.
pay attention.
You got to pay
Yeah,
attention.
I will.
All right. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game, let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store. Tell them the locker room sent you. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they'll have private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, I guess we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This morning on ESPN Radio, college football is finally back.
Nobody's going to catch Nicholas Singleton. 87 yards to the house.
8:30 8th-ranked Penn State storms into Morgantown to go head-to-head with the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Yeah, that's how I get by.
8th-ranked Penn State at West Virginia. Kickoff at noon Eastern.
It's College Football Saturday on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at noon.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Who doesn't love getting something for free? Labor Day deals have arrived at the Home Depot, and right now you can get a free Milwaukee 18-volt extended capacity battery, $159 value when you buy a select tool. Get longer runtime and more battery life so you can power all your fall projects. Shop Labor Day deals and get a free battery when you buy a select tool at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in store and online.
If you no longer qualify for New Jersey Family Care, you may be eligible for low or no-cost health insurance through Get Covered New Jersey for yourself and your family. These quality, affordable health plans cover doctor visits, prescriptions, emergency services, and more. 9 out of 10 enrolling qualify for financial help, and many pay $10 a month or less. Learn more and find out if you're eligible today at getcovered.nj.gov.
You're listening to Locker Room with on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, Nick Earnshaw. I want to remind people that you are cordially invited to a night of great food, cigars, and, of course, talk about unbelievable memories. One of the greatest flyers of all time, Brian Propp, and other sports celebrities. The Foss Cigars benefiting the University of Pennsylvania Stroke Center Wednesday, September 17th at 6:30 p.m. at Moda Mio in Seattle City. So you want to get down there to that. You want to, if you want to reserve tickets or a table, you got to contact. It's FRAUCH721@gmail.com. That's how you get your tickets for the Brian Propp Celebrity Cigar Night at Moda Mio in Seattle.
Brian Propp sitting right in here.
He's been in here several times.
Yeah.
We've had him in here. Great show today, fellas. Great talking to Kristen Moorby down there in Brazil.
Oh, it was awesome.
Great insight with her.
It was awesome. She gave great answers to everything we asked, very in depth. It was cool. I learned more from that interview with her than I have reading anything all week.
That's why I got to stick with the locker room.
That's why
the Phillies tonight. Phillies going against Max Fried. He's 8-7 with a 3.50 ERA. Of course, we got Zach Wheeler on the hill, 12-6 with a 2.74. We need Zach to really shut the door tonight. That's what you have. That's why he's who he is. He's our ace. He's a shutdown.
Yeah, that's why he's here. And listen, 2 nationally televised games tonight on Fox and tomorrow on ESPN.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about
so,
that?
we need Max Fried dominated his last time out, by the way.
He did. Listen, this
it's not going to get any easier tomorrow either.
No, remember, they're 5 games back, the Braves. So you got to take as many as you can this weekend.
They got 6-7 guys on injured reserve. They're starters, and they're still beating us.
Atlanta
yeah, the Braves.
By record.
All right, tomorrow on the program, we're going to have another busy day lined up. We're going to be talking with Scott Grayson, get the keys to the game with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. He's the sports anchor. Then, of course, we're going to have the fantasy football guru Brian Hartley. He'll be on with us, and who else I got lined up?
I think so Grayson's always at the game, and he's on the ground. He's like your feet on the ground right there. It's cool to have him give his insight.
Billy, Tommy Green.
What am I talking about?
Come on.
Tina Green will be at 10:30.
Okay.
Scott Grayson will be at 11.
Awesome.
And we love Tommy Green.
By the way, Billy,
what?
97.3 tonight, Phillies game is on.
Yeah, you got to listen.
On the station.
Right
on here. 97.3.
We need a big win today, Nick.
I agree. They need to come out
I'll tell you what,
swinging tonight.
If the Phillies don't win tonight,
oh no,
I'm coming in tomorrow pissed off. I am, Nick.
I know. They listen. Yeah, Wheeler.
Matter of fact, keep your phone right by your hip because you're going to get some time. I'm going to be alive today.
Are you going to tell me to call in? Do I have to call in like I did last week?
Maybe
when I was from the beach.
But if I don't get a win, I'm going to be like, it's go time.
When's the locker room Phillies outing? When are we doing that? We got to all go to a Phillies game.
Yeah, we should. But I'm not sitting up in the nosebleed.
Why?
I don't do that stuff.
I'm so glad Brian Hartley's coming on because I need to make my draft.
Yeah, you want,
and he's really good at this.
Yeah, he wins a lot.
He
so
is phenomenal.
Listen, he's going to give a preview of all the players that you should be.
I got the first pick. I'm going to use him as my
guy.
guy.
Brian Hartley, fantasy football guru. Brian Hartley, sponsored by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant.
I saw Jeff Thomas at the Battle at the Beach.
By the way,
right next to him.
You know, there's certain places that I always go to where anybody that advertises on my show, because I go there, I use them.
You bring your following too.
Yeah. I love their wedge salad. Oh. They have the best wedge salad anywhere. I put it up against anybody.
Dave Klemic has 2 pictures in Charlie's Bar.
Yes, you
That's
do.
right.
See it?
And we did a show from there for Mike Gill's Sports Bash 15-year anniversary. I didn't even know you had your picture in there in New Jersey.
By the way, I did a show from there. One of my better shows was called the Referees Roundtable. I had former NHL referee Curry Frazier, former NFL referee Bob McElwee, and former NBA official Steve Javi.
How about that?
Cool.
How about that
That's
lineup?
cool. What an insight. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right.
That.
Can you believe, Dave, these shirts are phenomenal. Thank you.
Of course, yeah.
Posted everywhere.
Klemic Performance Method.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Dave Klemic. Great get today with Jaaron. Hayek.
Jaaron, Hayek, yeah, whatever.
I said with him, when he gets his big contract, he'll be called Jaaron.
We got Jaaron. We got Godert from Negadelphia today.
We got P.J. Corda.
Yeah.
P.J. Corda. Filet Swines.
Tomorrow on the program, we got Tommy Green at 10:30. Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News with keys to the game for the Eagles at 11. And then, of course, the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, at 11:30. So we got a jam-packed show tomorrow. Let's go Phillies tonight, Nick.
Let's go Phils.
All right, thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Let's go Phillies, and I'll see you tomorrow right here on 97.3